Ask Reddit by Waka You borrowed $5 from a friend and played the lottery and won 80 million. How much will you give your friend and why? A buddy once gave me $100 enter a poker tournament in Vegas. I was in Vegas for a work thing at a time in my life when money was very tight. He gave me the $100 and told me to play in a poker tournament because it would take the evening, drinks are free and I could enjoy. I wound up winning it $2,900. The next morning I went to bank and I deposited $2,200, kept $200 for the second night, and $500 for my friend who spotted me. That night I had an epic 45-minute roll at craps. It was fucking insane. I turned that $200 into $27,000. I tried to give him $5,000. I wanted him to have it for being such a bro. He refused it, said the $500 was great and I should enjoy. This was 15 years ago. We're still great friends. Edit. Wow, hey, thanks so much for the gold. Man, this is the way to do it. You're a classy chap, and so is your friend. If I had $80 million I'd definitely toss my friend $1 million. $1,005. I'd probably give them a little holiday bonus, so $6. 20% rate of return. That's amazing. I used his $5 to buy a drink. My $5 bought the ticket. Username checks out lol. If I win $80 mil, which is around $50 mil after taxes off the money someone lent to me, I'd buy them almost whatever the fuck they wanted. Fun fact, lottery winnings aren't taxed in Canada. And I'd give my friend whatever he needed. Do they get $1 million and an NDA? New phone, who dis? New phone made of gold, who this? I wouldn't borrow money from a friend just to play the lottery, because I'm not a shitty friend. Right? Once I had to pay like $200 for my dad's prescriptions. When I went to drop them off, he was scratching off a bunch of $20 scratch off tickets. Dickhead. Pay back the $5 and nothing more. Once you pay back more, you are opening yourself up to lawsuit on the basis that by paying back extra, you're acknowledging the idea that the loaner has a piece of the action. I'm not a lawyer, but I stayed at a Holiday Inn last night. Never tell anyone you know about your winnings. Leave town immediately. Don't pay back the $5. I stayed at a Motel 6 last night. Reddit, a place where the majority of users hate rich people, love socialism but would automatically turn into greedy capitalists if they had millions. Edit. Thanks for the awards, folks. Gives me hope I'll get my $5 back. It's not just Reddit. I have a friend that was an anarchic socialist in high school, went to college and got a high-paying job. A few years later started his own company and works half in China and half in America and has become the most pro-China capitalist out there. Shit, like, China has done nothing wrong in the last 40 years and the West has really prevented them from getting success, and also, we shouldn't have to pay taxes as companies, because we create more jobs with our free capital and already pay a lot in payroll taxes. Dude, what? I'd still have to pay back $5 if I lost, so $5. Half. Honestly, I can't think of a single thing I could do with 80 million that I couldn't with 40 million, aside from stupid shit like saying I have 80 million. Only thing better than 40 million is a friend with 40 million to do stupid shit with. I'd give them half, your last in GMFs. I'd half the final amount I ended up with, no question or second thought. I wouldn't have a cent without them, and happiness shared is happiness doubled in my opinion. I would probably give them half, because that's what good friends are for, splitting their winnings down the middle. If someone loans you money then you only owe them what you loaned. You're still paying out of your own pocket. I'd probably give them a couple of million because I'd feel grateful for the favor that enabled the win, but it'd be out of appreciation as opposed to obligation. I'd give them $5.01 because I'm feeling generous and I want to make sure they don't feel like they've been shortchanged. The $5 back. 6 as a thanks. 40 million and $5. Half, plus the 5. Me too, it's the only fair way I could think of. Without your friend's generosity you couldn't afford the ticket. But without your luck and perfect timing you would have never won the lottery. Don't borrow money to play the lotto. Tell no one. Pay the $5 back. Follow that Reddit thread about what to do when you win the lottery. Feign my wealth for years to come. Give them a good 10 million. I'm sure that's enough for them to live off for the rest of their life, and I'll secretly hold another 5 million savings and help them out if they ever need it, but after that we good. That's very generous of you. Pay off their mortgage. I'd do that for all my friends. Luckily it's only 3. A lot of people are taking this question as, what do you owe your friend? They are owed $5. Anything beyond that is a gift from me to them. I'm not saying I wouldn't give them more, but I am not going to, for instance, split it 50-50. I literally might consider splitting my winnings 50/50 with my best friend even if he didn't help me win. Only reason I wouldn't is because I wouldn't want to shortchange my other friends. Being like, I only owe you 5 but maybe I'll be generous, but not that much when you literally wouldn't have bought the ticket without their generosity is just fucked, my man. Half. They put up the money, and I selected the winning numbers 50/50 on contribution. If you lost, would you only give back $2.50? 1 to 10 million depending on the friend. In that hypothetical he's absolutely getting half. Half probably because that's fair. However, I wouldn't borrow money to play the lotto in the first place. 40 million. The significance of the $5 she gave to me at the time was higher than the significance of $40 million when you already have $40 million. $5 not going to stay rich if I'd give more than I got in return. I'd give them half after taxes. If 80 mil meant 50 mil after taxes, I could easily live off 25 mil, and so would my friend. If someone is willing to help me out with $5 when I'm in need and it led to life-changing phenomenon, then I would feel obligated to give back to them the same experience. 25%, so 20 million. More than enough to be rich and never work again. And I keep the 75%, 60 million, because I picked the numbers and bought the ticket. Depends on how good of a friend they are. $5. Nobody needs to know I won the lottery. People treat you differently once they know. Half because they lent the money and deserve to be compensated for their kindness. I'd be a real friend, do the right thing, and pay him back $10. It's only right.